Hi there, I'm Christian from MakeUseOf.com. This is an empty cup. I would like it to be full of a nice hot beverage, perhaps tea, perhaps hot chocolate. I'm not a fan of coffee, you might be, that's fine. I've been sat here working and realised that I bought a kettle and forgot about it. Now I've got my phone here. Wouldn't it be great if I could use this to boil the kettle on my behalf? Well, you know, now I can. There's a device called the AppKettle, which we're going to take a look at and give you the chance to win. I'm off now to find out more about it.
So I'm here with Rob Hill, who has developed this, the AppKettle, which is basically an IoT kettle, which is controlled by a mobile app. Rob, thank you for joining us on MakeUseOf.com. Where did this start? Where did this idea start?
Yeah, so it started about 5 years ago now. Me and my family were around, and it was a winter day. We were all sat in the front room with a nice roaring fire, and you know, we're having that debate who's getting up to put on the kettle, make everybody a brew and whatnot. And we just thought, wouldn't it be easier if we could just turn it on right there, and also, you know, we could select different teas as well. You know, different types of tea, different temperature. So yeah, from that initial idea and chat between family and friends, I thought, why not give it a go? And 5 years later, here we sit.
5 years. Now, I mean, you've been involved with this from beginning to end, haven't you? You've developed the app from scratch, and the kettle itself is a unique kettle, isn't it?
Yes. So this is the first cloud-based, so 3G, 4G kettle in the world, and it's also one of the most energy efficient. So we've developed it not just to be a gimmick, you know, a quick app on for that. We've actually engineered it from the very technology in the base to be very, very refined. So it's very, you know, tolerances in temperature. It's the most accurate kettle in the world. It actually measures volume as well. So you know, that's one of the most accurate, and it can do automatic brew timing. So it's got a sensor, so when you take it off, it will actually tell you when your teas are perfectly brewed. So yeah, it's not just been thrown together. It's been engineered from the very ground up, and you know, it's been a labour of love. I have to say, yeah.
Okay, there's some interesting workings inside it, and the style of it is quite unique. You can see the water being boiled. It's got silicone on the top and on the handle, hasn't it, for heat safety, heat protection. What are you most proud of about it?
I think it's the way in which it's very reliable. You know, how it connects. It's, you know, most IoT devices, as you can imagine, some of them struggle with certain connection and reliability, and being that robust product that you wanted it to be. I think the amount of iterations we've made in this, people don't see, for this sort of product, it's taken 15 iterations just for the engineering build. So it's the precision of what we've got, the water windows, how it all seats correctly, how it's, you know, the refinement of the actual product itself. So it's the overall package, I think, is the biggest product, because it comes together and you're thinking, how's it going to come together? And you do a lot of testing, but where we've taken it finally, I'm proud that how it's come together in such a way, I think.
One of the things I was most interested in about a connected kettle was how secure it was. We know recently, throughout 2016 and before, a lot of IoT devices have been breached, or they've just failed with regards to security. This has got 128-bit AES, hasn't it?
That is correct, yeah. And CVCs, it's got chain block in there as well, chaining. So it randomises, and it's very, you know, the bits of, you know, the keys for actually securing it even further, and how it, you know, does the security encryption. So it is very, very secure. And I think what people need to realise is that we've considered it from its very inception, because one of the things, like you were saying there, is I obviously am very concerned with the security in IoT, and whatever I was going to create with this product had to be secure, and that was one of the fundamental things we've done in here.
Okay, so there's various applications for this, isn't it? It's not just about boiling a kettle for a cup of tea or coffee, is it? There's variants. The app does loads of stuff for particular types of drink.
Certainly. I think one of the main things that people always say is, oh, why do I need to just, you know, buy something like this just to boil a kettle? Well, it's not like that. I mean, a lot of us tend to heat something and then reheat it, and you know, a kettle is one of the most power hungry devices in the home. So the first thing I'll say to that is, it tells you the temperature. So when you've actually, well, it's not plugged in, that's obviously a good start, but what you'll see is it will give you a temperature, so when you're actually using it. And that is very important, because say you know, your wife, your partner's used it, you come down a little bit later, you tend to just bang straight back on. But if you can turn on the display, you can see the actual temperature.
Yeah.
You don't need to keep reheating it. So it's the first thing is the energy, not having to reheat it, not having to boil it all the time when you know that a lot of beverages don't need boiling temperature. Sure. The second thing is the fact that you've got favourites in the app. So you can actually pick and select different temperatures for different teas, and there's a considerable amount of teas, 90% plus, that don't need to have boiling. Yeah. So there's another point that you can just save the temperature for the different teas. It gives better flavour, and I think that also it saves on actually heating. So yeah, you can save your favourite teas in the app, you can simply toggle it on, and then we go on to doing the brew timer, what we were saying previously. So each tea has a temperature, but it has a brew timing requirement, and that's to get all of the flavour, all of the health benefits out of the tea into the actual cup, and that does it all in the app as well. So you can save the temperature, save the brew timing, and then just toggle on your favourite brews, and it will just do it all, automate it, bang it into your teacup, notifies you on your smart device, and yeah, it simplifies it. I think that maximises what you can do with a kettle.
So if I was at work, or in a different room in the house, or if I was shopping or something, I fancied a cup of tea when I got home, I can use the app to do that.
Of course, yeah. You can connect anywhere securely and safely, and as long as you're not doing it as you're driving, you can flick it on from anywhere. So walking the dog, coming back from work, it will just automatically be ready, and it'll keep warm just in case you're delayed or you have any other things that you want to do.
So the keep warm thing, that's it. I think it drops temperature a little bit, doesn't it? And then it'll heat it back up to the temperature that you want it to.
Yes, it balances energy consumption. Obviously, we're keeping warm. So as it's degree precise for all temperatures, when you put keep warm, it'll allow it to drop 3 to 4 degrees, and then it will reheat to the temperature you select it.
Right, that's so useful. And you can do baby milk with this as well.
Yes, so, if you were privy to knowing all of the detail, it can be quite a complicated process making baby formula, as you know. So what this does, it boils the water and then cools to 70, and it will do that for a time that you select. Because then you make the formula, it has to be at that temperature to kill the bacteria.
Sure.
And typically what parents have to do is they have to allow that to cool on. And this just will do it for a time, and with routines, with babies and whatnot, it just simplifies it.
Right, excellent. So that's the AppKettle. It's $170 or £129. For your chance to win one of these and to read our full review, head over to MakeUseOf.com.